Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Friendly Fire Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Please rate and leave a 5-star review on whatever listening platform you're on. We're trying to, I don't know, grow this thing, I guess. We also have stickers. If you want a sticker,
Dude,
DM me. Look at these things.
DM him, not me. I'm bad about stickers.
Oh, wait, give me that. There, look at that, huh? All right.
I'm bad about sending stuff out. I had people messaging me because I posted about stickers at like the end of December, and I just sent them out last week.
And they paid and stuff.
Yeah.
These are free, but that's funny.
Those are free, yeah. But yeah, it was. I felt really bad, but it's just like, fuck, dude. I have like
chores.
I have to sit down and write fucking like 50 cards by hand. It's like such a nightmare. It took me 1 hour to do once I did it. It's like anything where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, and then you do it, and you're like, that was actually a lot easier than I thought.
100%.
Dude, please tell us about your weekend in Oklahoma. I already heard it, but I want to hear it again. Josh didn't hear it.
Yeah, so we I guess there's two major events that I can pinpoint to. So I went to Oklahoma City because of Taylor Dunn. Shout out to Taylor Dunn. He is a Oklahoma comic who is a very, very good, dear friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
He had me come out. He runs the Don't Tells down there. And so I did like a Don't Tell on Saturday. And I drove, first of all, 6.5 hour drive to get to Oklahoma City to where the venue was, which is fine. You know, you go do that. And then I'm like only in town for 2 days and I'm not making a ton of money. So I go, you know what? I'm going to try to find a cheap hotel. So I type in hotels near me and then I filter by price. And there's a motel that pops up for $33. So I was like,
$33 a night.
I went, let's go. $33 a night, Wi-Fi.
Crazy.
What could go wrong?
Wi-Fi.
Everything.
Yeah.
So I go there. I go to the front desk. I get 2 nights because it's like I'm there Saturday night and then I'll have nothing to do all day the next day. So I figure free Wi-Fi and it's an extra $30. I have some place to be for instead of trying to like get out at the checkout was 11 and then just have nothing to do until it's 8 p.m. or whatever. So I get 2 nights. So it ends up costing me like $80. And I go into my hotel room or the motel room. And I open the door, and when I open the door, just the immediate smell of like cigarette and like just stale, like bad in like, it was just like not a healthy air. Like the air wasn't healthy. The airflow was like stale.
It was motel.
It was $80 air.
Yeah, it was $80 air. Yeah. You want it was
really $40.
It was $40 air for a night. It's like you want some. So and it's also 30 degrees outside. This is also important. It was snowing. The heater doesn't work. And so it's like fucking freezing in the room. And I go into the bathroom right away because I just got done. And so I go into the bathroom to take a pee, and there's a piece of shit in the toilet. There's like a full little turd and a streak in the toilit. And I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm trying to connect to the Wi-Fi too. I go, I'll deal with this in a second. I had to upload something for my other gig, for my other job. And so I'm like trying to get the internet. The internet's not working. So I go down to the front desk and I'm like, this is fucking nuts. My room smells like smoke. There's literally shit in the toilet and there's no Wi-Fi. And the guy was like, well, the Wi-Fi might just be kind of spotty based off of where your room is. You can use it in the lobby. And then he went, the cigarette smoke. I was like, I need a different room. That room fucking reeks. And he goes, well, the room is like, that's the only room that's available. And I went, okay, well, they give me my money back. I'm not going to pay for this. I want to go. And he goes, well, when you agreed to your terms and services, there's no refunds. You signed no refunds. You have this room. And then I went, okay, but there was shit in my toilet. Like there was somebody else's shit in my toilet. That's crazy. And then he went, no, he literally went, do you have any proof? And I was like, what? Do I have any proof that there's shit in the toilet? It's like, go upstairs, brother. I left it right there for you.
Can you prove it?
Can you prove it in the court of law? And then he gets up there, he goes, how do I know you didn't just shit?
How
do I know you didn't just poop in that?
How do I know you didn't bring that poop with you?
Yeah, how do I know? Yeah, is that from home poop?
Yeah.
Is that, that's not store brand poop. That's not, what is the name of it? Econ Lodge?
You said it in a Econo Lodge?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to buy fucking
what are they?
oxys out of an Econo Lodge, bro.
Dude,
for
we
real,
might, in Oklahoma City, we might have been at the same.
For real been in, was it off the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to buy oxys from that Econo Lodge.
Oh, you stayed at a trap house.
Literally stayed at like an extended stay where like like drug addicts and drug dealers will stay at like, cause it's like $30 a night. And a lot of times they have like weekly discounts. So for like $200, you can live there for a week. So it's like basically $800 a month to live at this fucking place. You know?
Yeah, well,
it's
let me tell you, it smells like it's $800.
100%, bro. I'm telling you this much. The smoke smell and the shit in the toilet and the lack of Wi-Fi are the least you have to worry about
I have
being at
AIDS.
the fucking Econo Lodge. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's gnarly. That's crazy. Dude, if anything is that cheap, it's too good to be true.
I know.
It's crazy.
I was trying to be a road dog. I went, no, I'm gonna save some money. And then you know what it reminded me of? Have you ever seen No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
You know, like the the scene where he's like hiding the money in the vent at his hotel. Like that's like I literally did. I was like hiding my camera equipment in the when I left the room. Every time I left the room, I took my laptop and my camera with me. But then when I went to bed, I like opened up the closet, and then I pulled the safe out to like the front, and then I put my bag behind the safe. I like tried to set up a trap. I was like,
so
they'll never find it behind the safe.
They'll never find it behind the thing that they're gonna go look for.
You know what's funny? Didn't even think about it.
It's actually
the most obvious.
Exactly what they're gonna go for.
They're gonna go. Let's go for the safe. The safe is empty, but what's this behind?
What's this big bag behind the safe that doesn't fit in it? That's great, dude.
So yeah, that was the first, and then I had maybe the worst start of a set that I think I've ever had, only because of the context. So the guy who goes up before me, Maverick McWilliams, very funny comic. He at the very end, he's doing a joke and he takes his shirt off and the place just erupts because he's taking his shirt off and it's like they're having fun, whatever. So then I go up there and I'm like, give it up for Maverick, everybody. And everybody like starts clapping. I'm like, God, man. I was like, that guy's fucking hot. I was like, he's making me feel inadequate because he had he was doing a joke about his like dad bod or whatever the joke is, and it was like crushing. So I was like, yeah, keep it going for him. He's making me feel bad about myself. And then when he took his shirt off, I was like, and then I went, how crazy would it be if I just pulled my balls out? And then nobody laughed. But here's the thing: I did an act out, and I unzipped my pants, and then I just unbuttoned. So I just undid. And it was crazy because I was like, I thought we were fucking around. I thought we were having a good time.
Just to like unbuttoning your pants, just to utter silence.
It was
so
insane. It was the most insane thing I've ever felt. I went, oh my God.
Also, imagining you having to re-zip and button with one hand.
Dude, I literally...
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude, I literally tried to... Well, what's funny, too, is like... It was like, I knew going into it, I went, okay, I knew it was going to be risky.
Sure.
I thought worst case scenario, maybe like 1/5 of the room laughs. I'm talking nobody laughed. Everybody loved when I went and I would give it up for him. Everybody's on board. I'm like, God, he's making me feel inadequate. He's hot. Everybody's laughing. And then I went, he took his shirt off. How crazy would it be if I pulled my balls out and nobody laughed and I was already undoing And I went, okay, guys, I'm goofing. I'm not gonna. And then I went, I'm obviously not gonna pull my balls out. And then like people were just like, and then I tried to be like, oh, you guys don't want to fuck around. And then people weren't laughing at my
no.
You know, when you go off script and you try to like be like da 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 da.
Especially at the top of the set.
At the top of the set, and I went, oh, that's good. At least I don't have to do another hour up here.
Yeah, holy shit. Well, and then later in the set, once you won them back over, you were like, remember earlier when I tried to pull my balls out, thinking now that I've won them over and they like me, they'll be like, yeah, that was crazy. We're laughing with you. Silent again.
Silent again. I had him on my side. I was like crushing. I started to get like really, I was like in a groove. And then I took a sip of water and then there's like a little break and I went, you guys remember earlier when I tried to pull my balls out and you guys all hated it? And nobody laughed again. And I went, what the fuck? Why is this the line?
It's so funny.
Now at this point, I was addressing the fact that what I did was like weird.
It's so interesting how like an entire room full of like a couple hundred people can all agree silently that that's the thing they don't like.
Well, I get why. I mean,
it's almost like military. It's almost like a military crowd doesn't want a man to pull his balls out.
Which is opposite of what I thought would happen.
It's crazy. The amount of comments that I get on anything that has anything to do with gay, whatever, like the clip about like kissing my buddies.
Oh yeah.
So many people have commented on that and been like, this guy must have never, been in the military, or, or like they'll see my other video about living with, Marine and a Navy SEAL, and they'll be like, I'm starting to think that joke isn't real. If you lived with them, you guys would definitely be kissing. Like, it's like, that's like the trope.
Yeah.
But not for this crowd, huh?
Here's what it was. What were you going to say? You were about to say something.
You unzipped your pants and unbuckled in front of an audience. That's very aggressive.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
talked
think
about
that's
this.
what
We
it
talked
is.
about it. It was the unzip.
Yeah.
But it's such a fine line because sometimes you have to commit. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to really commit.
Yeah, the other guy took he took his shirt off and was like playing with his tit.
I
and
think
it was
they
like
might
murdering.
I think they might have just been a little insecure of
And then
like
all I
the
did-
fact
I
that
get
you
it.
might actually pull your balls
Yeah,
out.
well, and what it was it was too hot. It came in too hot. If I would have just been like, keep it going for him, what if I pull my balls out? Would have been fine. It would have been maybe a laugh,
yeah,
whatever.
Maybe a chuckle.
It would be
or
a chuckle
at
and
the
whatever.
worst, yeah.
But it was literally me going zip as a joke, and then everybody went no,
Did they see your boxers?
no.
Oh, okay.
It was
that's
like
good.
no, they didn't see anything.
That would be crazy.
No, nobody saw anything. Also, my shirt was like over. I had a sweatshirt on, so like even if they could see, they couldn't see. And also, all I did was like, doot, doot, and then I just went. Oh, sorry. I literally said, sorry, guys, thought that was going to be funny. And then I pulled him up and then was like, what, you guys don't, is that where the line is? You guys don't like my, you guys want to see my balls?
You guys don't want to fuck around? You guys don't want to have fun? Blame them.
So,
you guys aren't here to have fun.
You guys
I
aren't here
guess.
to have fun? Literally the night prior, yeah, I mean, whatever. It was, you know how comedy can be. Just the night prior was like on such a hot streak and felt like, man, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah.
I was like, I did a bunch of shows this weekend where I'm like, I feel like I'm really kind of leveling up. I'm at the next level. And then I was like, dude, and tomorrow we already sold so many tickets. It's going to be such a good show. I'm going to have my camera there. I'm going to get some good clips.
I'm going to pull my dick out.
And I'm going to pull my cock and balls out. And then it was just immediately, I was like, I mean, I felt bomb sweats. It was crazy. I felt the bomb sweats, and then I felt it the whole set. Even when I started, like, I mean, there was at one point I got like I got 2 applause breaks in the set, and I still felt like I was bombing because of the first part.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 seconds of my whole act, and I go, I can't unfeel that.
Isn't that crazy? How it's like we're such psychos.
People pull their cock and balls out.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Like,
I like
real
he's trying to
comics,
justify it now.
there's
He's
so
like, there
many
are comics who pull the whole dick and balls out.
Yeah, Josh fucking opened for one this weekend who notoriously pulls his cock out all the time.
Yeah,
well, I guess the
that's
lesson
true.
is if you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if I should have just pulled my whole thing out.
That would have been I mean, that would be a story.
Dude, do you remember? Imagine if I did that and it just bombed, and then I went, all right, and then I went. So, anyways, my girlfriend's Greek. Anybody else Greek in here? Or
Having to put away your flaccid penis to silence would be crazy.
Here's the thing. I would rather. No, my flaccid penis in front of 200 people would be the most flaccid
It's
my
ever
penis
been.
could ever be.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember getting a physical. Do you remember the first time getting a physical to play sports?
Well, my doctor never did the ball grab thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah. He said
You
he
get your
didn't need
balls
to.
pushed?
Mm-hmm.
the juegos. That's what they call them, right?
Huevos.
Huevos.
Eggs.
What's juego?
You're
Nothing.
Game.
Yeah.
A game.
Yeah, juego.
But yeah, I remember they fucking what was I saying? Oh, when I got my balls touched the first time, I was in 6th grade. I got dressed up for it. I got dressed up for my physical.
What does that mean?
I had khaki pants on and a polo. And I didn't.
Why?
Because our football coach was like, you have to be dressed up.
It's funny to think.
He's
that
like, you're representing our football team. So
that's-
everybody had to like get khakis and
That's
polos,
really
collared
funny.
shirts, and
Like, this is what the doctor's into. If you want him to have
Yeah.
a good time, you guys got to be well dressed.
he's like, listen, and also fishnets, they're not required, but we do recommend.
We do recommend a fresh shave as well, if that's where you are in this process. And in puberty, he does not like hair, so
He doesn't like hair.
Sure. Yeah, my doctor never did that. They touch. I do remember the first time I had to pull my penis out for a doctor, though, for sure. I remember I was getting STD tested, and I just had like an ingrown hair on my dick. So immediately I'm like, I have herpes.
Classic.
And I was at Planned Parenthood, and I remember she was like, I mentioned it, and she was like, okay, I'll take a look at it. And she was like not attractive, but she was like not ugly. She was like a normal blonde lady. And she was sitting on one of the rolling chairs, and she rolled up, and I'm standing. And she was like, okay, you can pull it out, show me where you're talking about. And I remember pulling it out and like thinking to myself, my penis is either about to shrivel and die and like run away, or there's a woman kind of kneeled down in front of me it might go into muscle memory mode and just kind of, and I tell you what, if she had to look at my penis for another 7 seconds, it would have been fully erect.
That's crazy.
It would have been nuts just to be like, yeah, do you like that? Is that so? It's not herpes. So what are you gonna do about that?
She went, okay, that is not herpes. However, what? She licks it. No, I think that's just. What are you a Head and Shoulders guy? It looks like some shampoo got caught up in there.
I also had to get. I had a lot of stomach issues when I was younger, and I had to get a prostate exam when I was like pretty young.
And here's the thing, and I don't want to derail everything. Maybe this is some type of Freudian.
No, I wasn't that.
Everything in your childhood.
I was like 19 or 20 maybe.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because I was having a lot of stomach issues because I was eating pills every single day on an empty stomach, and I was like, "Mom, I feel sick. Like
my tummy hurts.
Mom, my tummy hurts." And she's like, "I don't know. Have you tried like maybe not eating a fistful of like fake Xanax every day?" I was like, "Never. I think I'm never gonna do that." And so
what have you been eating? Footballs?
Yeah, footballs, bars. I remember the doctor. It was fucked up because my mom still took me to the doctor because she would pay and it was on her insurance at the time. So my mom was in the room. Cause I was like, it was like one of those things where like you think you're doing the cool thing, like.
What's cool? What's cool about
but like, mom,
taking a finger in my ass in front of my mom? I'm fucking sick as hell.
Well, the doctor and my mom. The doctor was like, "Do you want your mom to leave?" And I was like, "I don't give a shit. Like, whatever."
Hold my hand, Mom.
I'm just playing it cool.
You think it's so funny to go, you want your mom to leave? You go, I don't give a fuck. I'm cool as hell. Mom, watch me get fisted.
Nah, I'm totally cool with that. Yeah. And then and it's so funny because when they're doing it, they give you advice. They're like, "Oh, don't tense up." It's like, all right, come on. How am I supposed to not to? I'm 20. I've never had a fucking. And I also remember this doctor being like a pretty short, fat woman. So her fingers were just like sausages, dude. It was crazy. And then they go in, and then she's like, "Yeah, it seems all good." And then take the fucking, and the whole time I was like, my mom shouldn't have been in here for this.
No.
My mom should not have been in here for this.
Your mom being in the room for a prostate exam is wild.
Just being like, "I'm cool. My mom doesn't need to leave." I don't remember where she was. I remember she was like somewhere in eyesight, though. I didn't make eye contact.
Did you make a
but
noise?
I remember. I don't think I made a noise.
You go. Just
no, it sucked though.
Just
yeah. I
crazy.
Definitely didn't make a noise though. They use a lot of lube, which is funny to think that they have that. Like they're ordering supplies and they're like, make sure we have lube.
Yeah, we got a 19-year-old coming in with his mom tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta wipe after.
You do have to wipe after.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
You got to clean yourself up. It sucks. It was.
You
not
feel like
chill.
a lady.
It was not. No, you do not feel like a lady.
You feel like you're sitting there and you're like waiting for the towel.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, it's running. It's going everywhere. Come on,
hurry up.
Yeah,
Mom, do something. You're just
Mom,
standing
help!
there.
You're in here. I let you stay in here because I'm cool as fuck. You're not even gonna fucking help me.
Smoking a cigarette in front of her. I don't give a shit. I'm cool.
Can I get a cigarette? Yeah.
I'd rather you get your finger in your ass in front of me than a stranger. Matt, you can get your prostate scan done at home. You're cool.
Yeah, I would rather you do it here in front of me than out there.
I would rather you had than at the Econ Lodge.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe you stayed in an Econ Lodge.
It's so fucking funny, dude. I remember being in the room when I was having like really bad. The first time I ever had like really bad mental health things where I was like, I need to go to a doctor I need help.
Yeah.
My parents were in the room with me and they were asking me about my drug use. And at the time I was 17 and they didn't know that I did anything. And then I was like, that they asked my parents if they could, they said you can't legally, they don't have to leave the room. But like, if you want them to leave the room, I can ask them to. And I said, can you? And then my mom was like, no. And so then I like in front of my mom had to be like, okay, well, I've been doing whippets and it's like air duster and having to like confess everything. And my mom was just like, oh my God. Like she thought that I was like a good kid.
Yeah.
And then I was like
Yeah.
admitting to like all of the things that I had done.
Whippets and air duster.
I did whippets. They were like, when's the last time you did a drug? And I went, I did whippets 2 days ago. And that's when I started feeling weird. And they were like, my mom was like, what's a whippet? And I was like, it's like a candy.
I used to go to therapy
Nitrous.
for whenever I was addicted to drugs, and my mom would come with me a lot. And there were, she's told me this now, there were a lot of times where like I would be fucked up when she took me. And so basically I would just be in the therapist's office and just be asleep. And then she would just sit there and have therapy with my therapist. I'd just be like, just KO'd
You're
on
like,
the
see,
couch.
do you get what I'm dealing with? Just
Yeah.
so sad, dude. That's
He's like,
so
he seems
sad.
pretty chill, honestly.
You're having a problem with this kid? All he does is fucking sleep.
Yeah,
he's
he's
just
pretty
nodding
cool,
out.
honestly. I wish I had been that fucked up when I had my fucking prostate exam. That's for sure. I remember that. I remember that too well.
I mean, yeah. I remember they asked when I got the first physical, they asked if I wanted a male or female doctor, and I was like, I don't give a shit thing. And then and then it was a female doctor, and I went, I think I do care. I think I definitely want a man in here.
You would rather a man give you a physical than a woman?
Yeah. I want it to be correct.
Nice.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Welcome to the Friendly Fire Podcast. You're dealing with a bit of a sniper here. They call me.
Yeah, Josh is the sniper.
I'm the what's his name? Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle.
Chris
Kyle.
Kyle.
I'm
Kyle. Sort of the Kyle Rittenhouse of the podcast.
I'm sorry, the Kyle right now.
I crossed state lines to fucking get here, boys. Let's cross state lines on a fucking horse to get here. I saw a video. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No.
I saw a video of a cop. They were doing a high speed chase on the fucking highway. And there was 2 cop cars. This person's filming, and they drive by, and they're passing their passing lane. And there's a cop car that they pass, and then there's a second cop car, and then in front of that cop car, there's a horse, a cop on a horse. And he turns to
Couldn't
look.
have been that high speed of a chase. There.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
They're going 35 miles an hour.
Well, they're doing that, and the cop goes to turn to look to talk to the other, like to relay something, because he doesn't have a fucking. I'm sure he doesn't have a radio. I mean, he might have a radio, whatever. But he goes to talk to the other cop, and he just hits a fucking street sign that's like the speed limit sign, and just falls off, going like however fast a horse fucking goes. And it was and the person had the whole thing on, like it was almost like cinematic.
Yeah.
How like well timed everything was. It was like
That's
pass 1,
awesome.
pass 2, they get eye level. They get right at the fucking eye level of the horse. Guy turns and then just fucking wham.
At what point do you blame the horse? I think it's probably the guy's fault.
Yeah, you have to put that horse down.
Is that why you put horses down?
You put horse. I realized that I found this out. People put horses down for everything.
Everything.
If you're
Yeah.
a horse, you live to be 3.
Yeah, they put you down. That's how you're gonna go. by
If they
being
break
down.
I know that if they break the leg, they'd put them down. I know that if they, if it's gonna be a cold winter, they put them down.
What? That part seems
eat.
crazy. They eat the horse.
They eat horses.
It's not. That doesn't.
I don't know
sound
if that part's
crazy,
true.
but
I know
you
that they
can-
used to.
you can eat
I know that they
horses
used
for
to eat
sure.
horses. They used to eat horses. Is
If
what
you
I-
think about it, the only
Not
reason
now,
we
but-
don't eat any of any of the animals where we go, we don't eat that. It's only because we've personified them.
Yeah, we've personified everything that lives in your house is personified. The difference between a pig in your house and a dog in your house is, I mean, pigs are inherently a little bit dirtier, like more filthy.
Yeah,
Dogs
but-
are a little bit self clean, but like they're the same. Have you seen videos of domesticated like piglets?
Yeah.
They're cute little creatures.
Yeah. I think every girl in like 2018 like really wanted to have a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a time frame where like miniature. I've heard something that miniature, like the teacup pigs,
Yeah.
don't actually exist. It's kind of like a goldfish situation where if you keep them in an enclosed area, they will. Can't be right. If you raise a pig in a house, it doesn't grow up to be big. But I've also seen videos of people who thought they were
Say that
getting.
to my aunt.
Okay. I've also seen videos of people who have gotten pigs that they thought were going to be miniature, and then it grows up to be like a 200-pound pig in their house.
Say that to my uncle.
Kyle Rittenhouse is here.
Kyle
Rittenhouse is here shooting innocent bystanders.
They had a skateboard, so.
Yeah. And a couple of them were pedophiles. I heard,
Yeah,
but
certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
we had some people that listen to the podcast come to my shows this weekend, which was cool.
That's very cool.
It was cool. It was Haley, I think is her name.
Shout out, hey.
The other guy did not give me his name, but he says he watches the podcast. Older gentleman, very cool. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming out, supporting live comedy, supporting the boys. Now we are starting to GoFundMe. We're trying to raise money for ISIS to get more. They need more trucks.
They're
running out of trucks.
Sometimes I know you well enough to know that when you start a thought, you don't know what you're gonna say when you start it. That was one.
I feel like I'm bombing.
No.
I feel like it's the fucking. Shut the cameras off.
No, don't turn the cameras off.
Turn the fucking cameras
Dude, there
off.
is this girl at the
I'm
show.
not on tonight.
There was this girl at the show this weekend who, a little bit more interactive than you'd want. There was a thing that happened at the beginning. I was able to refer to it a couple times when I was trying to save new stuff, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, she got a little rowdy. I had to tell her to shut the fuck up, and it was fun, whatever. At the end of the show, she came up, and she's nice. And you realize how close. This was the show that you were on.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there at the beginning of my set when I was talking to the girl who was like, we didn't sit up close because it would hurt our necks?
Oh, yeah, because you're saying, no, you're tall.
I kept calling her neck girl all night.
Hilarious.
I called her neck girl all night. And it was funny and it was working. And you just realize, like, because that was the best show of the weekend by far. You realize how close you are. Like, when a crowd is really good, you realize how, like, if that crowd had started drinking 30 minutes before, by the end of your set, they would have been a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
Because this girl was fun the entire time, a little rowdy. I mean, at the very end. Like, the very end when I was doing the sticker pitch.
Yeah.
She, like, chimed in and said some shit. And I was like, shut the fuck. Like, the last thing I said was, shut the fuck up, net girl. This is not your time. And then I went, I love you guys. Good night. And then I left. Like, it was that close. But after, she came up, talked to me, totally nice, whatever. And then, this group of girls, young, like 19, 20, like they're in college. They go to UT. It's like 6 of them. They had been visiting Nashville and saw me do a guest set. Saw me do a guest set, but they live here. So when they saw that I was doing the show, they came because they saw me do like a 7-minute set. So they came and it was cool. And we were just talking about that and whatever. And then that girl comes over and she is very obviously doing the thing where she thinks she's saving me from a conversation, but she's like incoherently drunk. She comes over and she's like, yeah, isn't it crazy though? And she starts trying to grab me and pull me away. And I literally was like, what? And then she was like, no, but the thing about the thing, like not even being clever about it, and pulls me. And I literally had to be like, excuse me. Like I had to cut like a D lineman. I had to be like, fucking knock the hands away. Yeah. I had to swim through her.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me. And then she was like, I just feel like you're making a mistake. And I was like, I'm not fingering these 20-year-olds. I'm talking to them. They paid to come see me. I'm being nice, like whatever. But and then she just kind of lingered, and there was 2 girls right behind her. And at one point she like put her jacket on and just like whipped her jacket into these girls' face. And the girls were like, okay, that was crazy. And then I was just like, holy shit. And she was like incoherently drunk, like that quick.
Yeah.
That quick. Like the whole show, she was totally fine. She was fun. There were a couple little things, but it was totally fine. And you just realize, like, man, if she had decided to have 2 drinks before she came to the show, she could have ruined the entire show.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think people realize you can't just like kick somebody out and then everything is fine. If you kick somebody out, it can get so weird.
It changes the vibe for sure.
Yeah, because then you're the guy that kicked somebody out.
And she was up front. She was there with like 3 other people. Like she was like, it wasn't like it would have just been like, hey, get her out.
You should have been like, no, look me in my fucking eyes. No, look me in my
fucking eyes.
Look me in my fucking eyes. Neck girl.
Have you seen that? You haven't seen that?
No, what are you talking about?
Well,
no, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about her.
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
true.
there's a very
famous clip going around.
Famous is a weird word to use, but there's this clip of this attractive female comic who's covered in tattoos who lives in New York. She's very well known for her crowd work clips. And there's a video of her dealing with somebody in the front row, and he at some point goes like he basically just goes, why do you keep talking to us? It's not my fault you don't have material. And then he was like, no, like you just keep like, I can get up there and do jokes for you if you want and shit like that. And she's
He was
like,
winning, by the way. He was winning.
I'm gonna be honest, he was winning.
Why did she post this?
That's what
Because
everybody's saying.
What happened after is she at one point is like, well, if you're gonna be, and then she squats down and is looking at her. She's like, no, look me in my fucking eyes. Look me in my eye, like screaming, like actually mad. And she goes, I'm up here. This is my last show of the weekend, and you're bringing negative fucking energy, bro. Like screaming.
In the world right now doesn't need any more.
Yeah, blah,
Just
blah, blah. And then, so eventually she stands up after screaming at this guy in the crowd full of exactly the kind of guys you would think would go see a hot, unfunny comment, or like, ooh, like screaming her name, like, ooh, whatever. And then eventually she goes, you can leave. And he leaves. And the whole punch of the end is that the guy who he was with stayed, and she took his phone and texted the guy who left and like sent her a picture of her like flipping him off to him. And that was the whole thing.
And
but it's
But she looked bad at the beginning.
Yeah, she looked bad the whole time.
the whole
basically.
clip is not great,
Yeah.
but it went super viral.
Oh, then it worked.
Well, she didn't receive I don't think she received the feedback that she wanted.
Yeah.
She was deleting comments. People were commenting like, "This is not. I don't know why you would win." It would be like if you. Well, I mean, it would be like if you were bombing and you posted it and it went viral. Then you went, "Yeah, but I got a lot of views." It was like people were like, "It feels cringe." Everybody was like, "This is the cringiest shit,"
And then she inevitably disabled the comments on the video
and deleted all the negative ones.
Oof.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I guess it's your platform. You can do whatever you want with it, but it is funny.
I mean,
You would never see me clipping out me undoing my pants and bombing.
Josh,
Should I make it into a clip?
that would be
Comedians
so funny. It would be so funny to clip that out.
It would be the craziest.
It would be so fucking funny to clip that out. Like I
can't bring myself to watch it.
God, it's so funny because you've brought stuff in here and we've watched it before of like a weird moment.
It wasn't
you've
even
had,
that good.
And
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? It seems like it's fine. This is the one. I need to see. I
might even pull. I might have the audio. I'm not gonna do.
No,
No, I don't want to
the
do it. I
audio
don't
right
want to
now,
do it.
no.
I don't even want to do it.
that would be so funny.
I mean-
edit it like you actually did pull your balls out and be like, "Well, y'all want to play? Y'all
Yeah.
wanna play?"
Yeah,
Just
y'all
get
don't have
just
fun?
get banned from the helium clubs.
God, that's so funny, dude.
It was crazy too. What made it worse was that I was talking to the manager, and he was like, the GM was there.
Graham?
Yeah, and he was like, I've seen you before a couple of times, right? And I was like, I think I've been here once. And he goes, yeah, I know. Oh, you do the thing with Matt. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I remember. I follow you on social media and stuff and whatever. And so I was like, oh, great. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to sit in the back and watch. And then I just was like thinking about that the whole time.
That's so good.
Ooh.
And I just in Tulsa, I featured at Tulsa, and it couldn't have went better. And then the guy was like, "We're gonna have you back. We're gonna make you can come and do an off night or whatever. We'll get you back here to headline." And then I was thinking, perfect, I'll roll that one into an OKC one if I crush at OKC. And I went, I'm not even gonna ask for his email.
That's so funny, dude. I'm not even gonna ask for his email, even though you had a good set. You had like one riff that didn't work.
Dude, it was just the worst feeling. Because I mean, I don't know how comics bomb with like material that's like insane. Like that felt to me like I would never want to show my face to any of those people again. I started getting like people after the show like follow you and stuff, you know, and I was literally like, why are you doing this? You know that I'm like, you saw what I did. I felt shame. I have shame. There's shame. I have shame.
But it was at the
I'm very
very
shameful.
beginning, and then you had a
The
good
most
set.
important part though.
Yeah,
Because
is.
I also think like how much better it could have went.
Yeah.
Like if I had them on my side right away, because I also went from that to going, I take book.
Okay, somebody took a picture of you. You put it on their story. Oh, Tyler Burris took a picture of you and you shared it on your story. And I was like, he's in the middle of the bucked up bit.
I'm in the
'Cause you were like that.
I was postured up. Somebody
So
knew they
funny,
could
dude.
tell there's fucking deer antler nearby. Fucking,
so funny, bro.
I can get fucking bucked up. And then let's go to Josh's Cam Patterson said that he would do the podcast.
That'd be great.
Let's see Josh's new joke of the week that he wrote that he might not do.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see it. hear it.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is coming. It's Bomb with Josh Thursdays. Here's a premise that I thought was funny, and then I reread it, and I'm realizing now it's not. I went to Panda Express, and they have a fully automated. It's like fully automated now. Like you talk to a robot.
Really?
Fully automated. You go.
Holy shit.
They go. It's like, hello, what will you be having tonight? Will you want a bowl? Will you want a entree? You know, like whatever. And I went, this is bullshit. I just want to talk to a teenager.
That's not even a joke.
I know
Josh.
it's not. I know. That's why I'm saying. I wrote it down. This is what I said. Using Panda Express drive-thru, fully automated with no one to talk to. What the fuck? I wanted to talk to a teenager. Is what the full note says.
That's so crazy. I thought you were gonna go low hanging fruit. I thought you were gonna go. It's automated and it talks to you, and so like it reads the prompts to you and it goes, "Hello, would you?
Oh, you want like a?
Are you like a bowl?
You want a bowl of rice? Okay. Here's another one. Here's another one that jokes that I will never say, thoughts that I've wrote down that I will never say on stage. Here's a good one. Well, it's not good, which is funny. My girlfriend was watching TikToks, and she was like panicking. She was panicking watching TikToks, and she looked up at me, and she's like, "I'm so scared right now." I said, "Why?" And she said, I think there's an oligarchy forming." And I went, "What do you think that word means?" And she goes, "I don't know, but it sounds scary." And I went, I think that's funny.
That is funny.
That she just saw people say an oligarchy is forming.
What is it? I don't even know
if I'm saying the word right. It's crazy that that we're trying to build a platform and I'm like legit a dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what an oligarchy is, and I wrote it.
Well, it's an
oligarchy. Oligarchy.
Yeah.
Oligarchy.
Small. It's a
coup. Now, what is a coup?
It's an oligarchy is a small group of people who have control over a country, organization, or institution. So yeah, I mean,
we've always had that.
So
she's right.
She's on liberal TikTok. My side of the street.
Oh, here's a funny one. The second your girlfriend farts in front of you, she stops swallowing.
Yeah, I think I've heard you say this before. I actually don't think that that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like the showmanship of everything is over.
Yeah. She's pulled the curtain back.
Yeah.
She's not shaving her butthole anymore.
Oh, no.
I'm not a big fan of butthole hair.
Really?
Always throws me off. You seem like a natural kind of guy. You seem like you might want some fucking...
I've officially reached the point in my life where...
garnish on her butthole.
I prefer there to be some scallions sprinkled on there. I prefer a garnish. I prefer some parsley. Yeah. Some microgreens.
Some stuff that it's not something you want to. You don't even want to eat it. Yeah, you can. It's just there for looks.
Yeah. Exactly. I wrote a joke. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is crazy. It's not crazy, but it's just like the idea of like liking trans women, right? Is like it's like everybody loves pizza. I sometimes I like a pizza with like an extra topping. This is so stupid. It's like
an all meat combo.
Some people like plain cheese, and I like cheese too. But sometimes I want pineapple in my ass. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Yeah.
So that's it.
Sometimes I want sausage in my butthole.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Exactly.
I think that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
Well, so here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going great.
What, the podcast? This episode, or just your life in general?
Everything. I have
it feels
shorts.
fine. I'm having a hard time talking.
My mustache is starting to finally get color.
I do like your mustache.
It's getting color. It's been 6 months and it's starting to get orange.
I also think I like the glasses too. I've seen you in them before, but do you wear contacts?
I forgot that I had these on.
Really?
Yeah, normally I don't wear contacts, but I only wear these when I like do stuff on a computer.
You weren't just like at no point did you realize?
Fuck, I didn't even realize I had these on until right now.
Why can I see?
Well, I have astigmatism, so I don't really need them.
It's like what is astigmatism?
It's like if I don't even know, actually. I just know I have it. I have it.
I do love that you took a couple seconds to kind of kill time and kind of just be like, here's kind of what and then you were like, I don't know what it is.
I think
you were gonna give us some bullshit.
I get headaches when I don't wear them.
That can't be the definition of astigmatism.
I think it means that my eyes progressively lose. They'll progressively lose.
I know that an effect of astigmatism is lights will cause like a glare.
I have that real. I have that real bad.
What is astigmatism? It is an eye condition that causes blurred vision. Well, that seems like all eye conditions, huh? The cornea or lens of the eye is not spherical, but instead is shaped more like an egg or a football. You got football eyes?
Chill, bro. It's football eyes looking ass.
Crazy that your cornea is shaped like an egg, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have astigmatism. I also think I have a real bad, I have a molar that I think might be infected.
Oh.
My back left tooth out of nowhere.
When was the last time you went to a doctor?
Dude, like dentist? 10 years.
No way.
I floss every day. I do everything.
But it doesn't.
I do everything.
Matters,
yeah.
I went to a dentist recently, and it was they were like, everything's fine.
Did you see the video of the anglerfish?
No.
Did you see the video of the anglerfish?
No. What is it?
There's a video of this anglerfish. It's the only one that they've ever seen. They've never captured footage of this anglerfish. And anglerfish survive at the bottom of the ocean
the one that has
with the
lights,
lights,
right?
And they've never captured footage of this exact one. And
of this exact one or one in ever?
This exact breed.
Rare deep sea anglerfish.
The humpback anglerfish.
Tonight, some marine researchers were out looking for sharks the other day off the Canary Islands. Well, they found something quite unexpected.
Have a look at this. This is a humpback anglerfish known as a black sea monster. Black because it's black, and sea monster because, well, look at it. What else would you call it?
It's a female, it turns out. Its dorsal appendage lights up to attract dinner, usually seafood.
Now, this is the only known sighting of the fish on the surface of the ocean, ever. It spends most of its life thousands of feet below in the dark.
So there you have it, something new under the sun.
Our Tuesday night.
So people have taken that and ran with it. There's like animated videos that people are making of like this. It swam up purposely because it was dying.
It was so lonely.
It was so lonely. So they're making all these insane videos that are making my girlfriend cry. Of like, it's like, and for my last day, I think I'll visit the sun. And then they've animated it swimming up and dying.
Did it die?
Yeah, they have video of it dying. It goes to the surface and looks up at the sun.
Holy shit.
And these videos, they're animating them and they're so cute and so sad. There's one of it.
And
they
for
made
my
it,
last day alive, I think I'll look at the sun.
I think I'll see the sun. I'll visit the sun.
Fuck, man.
It's
Send it
so
to me on Instagram.
And that's the only one they've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one that they've
Whoa.
animated. Yeah, dude. It's the devilfish is what they call it. So sad.
I like that. I like the bit that they did. They were like black sea monster because it's black, and sea monster because well, look at it. This fucking thing is ugly as shit.
Yeah, Janet, it looks just like your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Back, like, look at
Black
this.
and ugly, just like your ex-wife, huh?
They're doing some. Look at that, dude.
Oh.
Are you out of your mind? How sad that looks.
Making it so sad.
And then it's sad, and then it smiles,
And then it sees the sun, and then it dies.
and then it dies.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking, dude.
I mean, look how fucking good that is. Like, can we see that?
Oh, they put the sad music on it too.
And then he's in the sun.
And then he just fucking dies.
Anyways, everything good that happens to you is gonna end, and everything doesn't matter. Nothing matters, and we're all gonna die. And here's another thing. I think it's gonna be closer. I think it's gonna be sooner than later for me. I think I'm an Irish guy with a family history of bad hearts and aneurysms in my brain, and I think I am not doing anything to be proactive to do that. I've been taking way too much pre-workout.
I was gonna say
I don't sleep well. I'm on the road. I've been on the road, not sleeping well, and I think that's probably not good for your brain. I haven't been eating right. I might have a stomach ulcer. I haven't shit solid since.
That's probably
4 or
because
5
of the
months.
pre-workout too, though.
Yeah, but I like pre-workout.
You've got to get the pre-workout under control.
You think I'm fucking?
Dude,
You're
do
trying to
not
fucking
start,
take away
do
my
not
bucked
start
up?
getting bucked up.
You're
on
trying to
it
take
now.
away my bucked up, brother?
If you have a fucking family history of heart problems and you take
I think I had a full heart attack.
amphetamines like every day.
I think I had a full heart attack at the gym one day. Do you remember when I called you? When I was on the phone with you and I had to hang up?
Yeah.
Do you remember
think
that
so.
actually?
Yeah.
I was on the treadmill and I got real dizzy and I couldn't stand up.
Did your chest hurt? Did your arm
my
hurt?
left hurt. My left arm hurt.
No fucking way.
I swear to God,
dude. You
I
need to
thought
see a doctor
I looked
for
at back.
sure,
Yeah,
bro.
but I was like, yeah, but I'm fucking.
You're young.
I'm bucked up.
No, dude. No.
Hell,
yeah,
I'm bucked up.
I mean, yeah, you were bucked up, which might have given you a heart attack.
I don't know if I had a full heart attack though. I have a heart murmur, which is a whole. It's a
I also
offbeat.
have. I also think I have a heart murmur. I've told you
Because
about
of your
that,
lady
right?
friend.
Yeah. My ex was a nurse, and she was like, we were having like such a nice moment, laying on the couch, and she had her head on my chest, and then she just looked up and she was like, "I think you have a heart murmur," and then had no follow-up information at all. I was just like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah." And that was the end of the. I was like, I don't really know what to do. She was like, "There's nothing you can do about it." I was like, "Okay," and so I think I have a heart murmur. I don't know what that means necessarily.
It's just an offbeat heart rhythm. So it's like my heart. It's
It's like we're so white that even our hearts aren't on beat.
yeah,
Are you
yeah, we can't.
serious?
Yeah, that's so funny.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I've always thought I had good rhythm.
I thought I had good rhythm. Yeah, you know what? It makes sense. I don't have any rhythm.
You look like
I'm so uncoordinated.
yeah. I mean,
Looking like I look like.
I know you're like relatively athletic, but the coordination when it comes to being on beat for something, it looks like
I
that.
don't even know. I don't even think I'm like athletic. I think I can do certain things fine.
Can I tell you something? I think there are people that are born, or maybe it's nurture and not nature, whatever. But regardless, however you're brought up, people have a natural athleticism, and then some people just kind of have to train themselves.
Yeah.
It's like that with comedy. You ever see somebody
Yeah.
and they might not be like murdering, but you're like, this person's got it figured out. And then you see somebody way late down the line and they've really figured out formulaically how to be funny, but you're like, there is a piece missing. I think it's the same way with athleticism.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I don't disagree
I think
with
that
this.
you have just played sports and worked out most of your
Yeah.
life, so you've trained yourself.
I can
but
do
like
things.
even like watching you like handle and shoot
so
a
bad. I'm so
basketball,
bad.
it's like you figured it out. I've seen you knock down some threes. I've seen you dribble to the hole and fucking lay it up. But it just looks like you're an
AI.
alien who just you look like AI.
I look like AI.
You look
not
like
Allen Iverson.
not
No,
Allen
no. AI meaning.
No, actually, that's so funny. Like I always talk shit with Cam about his basketball. Like, and there was a video he posted of him like hitting threes, and I responded. I was like, "This is AI." And he said something like "for show" or something like that, and I was like, just to be clear, it's artificial intelligence, not Allen Iverson. And he was like, man, fuck you. It does kind of look like AI, or it looks like an alien that's in a skin suit that's just a little too tight.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're just kind of like like you can't. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's certain things that like I mean, I've just come to terms with things as I'm getting into my 30s. I'm turning 30 next month, and I kind of am starting to accept things for what they are. I go, you know what? Maybe I'm not a fucking big tough guy. Maybe I'm not that bucked up.
Maybe you're not. Maybe the reason that you feel the need to get bucked up is because in your heart you're actually not that bucked up.
I'm not naturally bucked up. There's people who are born with way more deer antler in their system than I am.
You, yeah, 100%. There's people who don't have to take deer antler to be bucked up. They just live bucked up.
They can just be.
I think this is good for you.
It's a lifestyle.
I think it's good for you to maybe realize that you're not a big tough guy.
Yeah,
You know?
I know, because there was.
I don't know that there was ever any like evidence that you were, but I'm glad that I don't know where this thought formed from.
I know.
But I'm glad they were kind of breaking down your the 30s are a good time to kind of just settle into who you are. I've been doing it lately as well.
I'm not gonna. What am I not gonna do now that I'm not a big tough guy? Can't beat the shit out of women anymore. That's for sure.
All right, he doesn't do that. He literally is obsessed with his girlfriend and would never lay a hand on her.
I can't. You know, I think I'm gonna start getting smart and hot. That's what I'm gonna do this next year. I'm gonna become smart and hot.
You ever have a conversation with like somebody like Spencer?
He pisses me off.
And he'll just be like, I saw him get into a thing about history the other day, like with like some guy I didn't know, and they were just talking, and I was like, man, fuck you guys for being so smart in front of me right now.
Dude,
so smart
Spencer,
and well read.
It's so funny because we've been doing this like medieval sketch thing that we're filming.
Yeah.
The difference in our sketches are so like the vernacular alone. He'll be using words that I don't even know, and then mine is literally like, "This guy's gay." Yeah. Like my dialogue is like, "You are gay." His is like,
you have a small penis.
Yeah. And then he's like, his is just like, "Hurrah, men! We will ride at the dusk of the first," And I'm like, he's like referencing real things.
I remember he used the word "save" in a way that I'd never seen it. Like he used the word like it almost like accept. Like it's hard to explain. Like. He did this, save the idea of doing this, like it like instead of almost. And I was just like, I didn't even know that you could use this word.
He's
like
always reading.
Yeah, he does. He's like, well, I'll give you a little cheat that Spencer does. He will listen to an audiobook.
Yeah.
And then if you're talking about it, he'll bring it up and he'll go, I read this book.
There it is.
And we caught you.
And here's another thing though. I don't even have the patience for audiobooks. My brain's fucking cooked,
Dude,
brother.
If I'm gonna retain a book, I have to read it. I can't listen. I'll get 2 minutes into an audiobook chapter, and then I will for 10 minutes think about the golf round I played the day before and the shots that I missed, and then I'll come back to at the end of the chapter and be like, I have no idea what happened.
It's just, I tried to do it when I was in college. I tried to cheat my way through by doing audiobooks. I was just wasting even more money.
And time.
I was sitting listening to As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner, and I went, I have no fucking idea. What the fucking shit is this fucking book even about, dude?
Well, because I have to do the thing all the time where I read a couple pages and then I go, fuck, you didn't actually even read that.
Yes.
And then you have to go back. You can't really do that with you can rewind it, but yeah.
But what am I going to do then?
I think maybe this conversation is you and I realizing now that we are both almost in our 30s, I'm in my 30s, you're almost, that maybe we're not only not big tough guys, but we're also not smart guys.
Fuck, what do we do?
Are we just soft and
gay?
Stupid?
Stupid?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. Because we could start reading, but like I started reading like probably a year ago, and I'm like 2.5 books in, and that doesn't seem like a lot of books to read in a year.
No,
it
seems almost funny.
Yeah, it seems like it's like, of course, would you read half a page a day?
And it's funny, I'm judging you for reading only 2 books. I didn't read a single one.
Yeah, I know.
And I feel like 2 is so I feel like I somehow made more progress than you did if you only read 2, because
you were trying and I
didn't even try.
Yeah, I didn't even try, and I only read 2 less books than you in a year. Yeah, I don't know, man.
If they say that if you they say it takes to get in the habit of something, it takes like, what is it? You're supposed to do to retain something. You're supposed to say it 5 times, write it 3 times, or what is it? Read it 10 times, say it 5 times, write it 3 times, and you'll understand and fully develop the concept.
Okay.
And what I can do with that information is nothing.
You can repeat it on.
I can repeat it on a podcast and get it wrong. Because I don't think that what I even said is right. But I do know that if you read something multiple times, you're supposed to retain it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
You're a fucking genius.
I shouldn't have. Dude, we shouldn't have done the podcast. This is the worst episode I think I've ever fucking recorded in my life,
you literally
dude.
were like, what I do
Let
know
me pull my balls out for fucking sake.
If you read something more than once, you'll retain it.
Okay. And good, we only have another 55 minutes for me to try to fill the void.
Genius. Are we doing 2?
No, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, I got a fucking my mustache isn't fucking colored in. I'm not a big tough guy. I'm not even hot. I'm not smart.
Here's another thing.
I'm good at. I'm not one thing. I don't know if I'm good at things.
I think you're good at some things.
Fuck, that's not convincing.
What do you think you're good at? You think you're good at stand up?
Yeah, but like,
except for when you try to pull your balls out,
and then I fuck that up.
We all have those moments.
We all have
those moments.
I think I'm good at stand up. I think I'm good at
lifting.
No, not even.
I think you're pretty good at lifting.
I have an anterior. Now you're just trying to make me feel
better. No.
better.
I really do think you're good at lifting.
He's trying to make me feel better, and it's so sad.
I think you're good at lifting. I think you're so good at freaking out.
I'm very good.
You're so good.
Dude, nobody can convince themselves of something faster than I can.
I've never seen somebody be able to convince themselves that the house is already burnt down an hour after we left because he might have left the stove on like you. I really have never seen somebody turn themselves green with anxiety so quickly.
You're just saying that to make me feel
No, I
better.
mean, I really,
No,
truly, I mean,
you're just wanting me
you're
to.
so good at freaking out. You're really good at spazzing out on people in public.
Yeah.
You've done that a couple times in a way that I find very entertaining.
I'm also good at freestyling when people don't want me to.
No,
You always want me to?
You're good at doing it, but you're not good at freestyling.
Okay, well that's what I meant.
Yeah. Speaking of freestyling, I saw two people fist fight on 6th this week, which they are related somehow.
Why? Who was fighting?
The first group was a bunch of young white kids, and the second group was a bunch of young Mexican kids. It was
whites versus Mexicans?
No. Whites versus whites, Mexicans versus Mexicans.
That's how it ought to be.
They kept it.
I like that. I like white on white. I like Mexican on Mexican.
It is always good when you don't have to feel the internal pull of who you want to win.
Yeah, there's no home team advantage.
Yeah, there's no like, oh, why did I root for them?
Yeah.
You know, it's just kind of, you're just observing.
You're not trying to figure out who the away team is.
It's crazy because, I mean, you know this, you both know this. You're on the weekends, you're on 6th Street constantly. I have been around more shootings than I have actual fist fights.
Yeah.
But now I've never seen a fist fight on 6th. But now that they have the road cut off, everybody is so jam-packed. I'm not kidding. We were walking. I watched a fight break out. It was like 6 or 7 white kids just teeing off on each other. We walked for real, maybe 50 feet, and then another completely separate, not involved with the other one, another fight broke out.
Hilarious.
It was awesome. But it was good that it happened the way that it did, because when the white kids started fighting, all the cops rushed there.
Yeah.
And then when the Mexican kids started fighting, there was hardly any cops around, so nobody really...
So you got to watch a full fight.
I just know it wasn't that. I just know who would have gone to jail and who wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's good. I feel like it's good that the cops were already distracted with the people that they were going to be like, hey, watch out.
Yeah,
you know?
You both
rather
do
than
this
the people
again.
that are like, put your hands behind your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was good. It felt like the world was healing.
Nah, I want to watch fights.
It is a thing where anytime I see a fight, you really want to watch it. But also in that crowded of an area, that's one of those moments where you go, you're watching a fight until you hear a gunshot.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to be no fight is ever worth watching for me to get shot unless I live and have a really cool story.
Yeah,
about
then
it.
you get to go, oh, I think it's going to rain later. My knee hurts. And then they
Yeah.
go, why would your knee hurt when it rains? He goes, because I got fucking shot in it.
I got shot.
My
knee.
bullet wound aches when it rains.
That's a real thing, though.
I don't want to talk about it, but it's the only thing I want to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it, but it is the only personality trait.
It's my only personality trait. I had this thought, if I ever got shot, there's a Biggie lyric that says, nothing to lose tattooed by his gun wound. And I went, if I get shot, I'm going to get nothing to lose tattooed by my gun wound.
That's crazy.
I thought that when I was in Mason City, Iowa, as a 17-year-old. Working at Godfather's Pizza. Shout out to Godfather's Pizza. I had Godfather's Pizza at Oklahoma City. It was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Was it connected to a gas station?
It was.
Of course it was. I told you. All the ones in Oklahoma are connected to gas stations.
Yeah, there's not that many come and goes anymore in Oklahoma either.
No, they've all been replaced by Casey's.
Yeah, Casey's is dominating.
Casey's is dominating.
And here's the thing about Oklahoma City and Tulsa specifically. Tulsa, it might be the grossest city.
Tulsa is the shittiest shit.
Every person, that's the only city that I think I've been to when you go, this place sucks, everybody cheers. I went, Tulsa, this place is scary, and everybody laughed. And I went, no, but seriously, it sucks here. And people they were like, yeah. And I'm like, no, but like you shouldn't be excited about that.
No, but like you understand, like it sucks because of like the infrastructure and the people, both of which you guys are a part of.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't get it.
Are there tornadoes that go through Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah. Like tear apart a whole city tornadoes. Yeah.
Did that happen to Tulsa at some point?
I don't think it happened to Tulsa. No, it happens just south of Oklahoma City. Moore has been like destroyed twice by a tornado. Like almost the entire city just gets wiped out.
Jesus.
And it's like, it's not a place worth living either.
Yeah.
You know, that's the funny thing about like where tornadoes go through is it's like, you probably weren't even that pumped that you were living there in the first place. And now you have to build another house.
Dude,
there.
I had another one of those moments that we talk about where just dread, like the dread of like, I was driving home last night at 1 a.m.
On Bucked Up.
I did take Bucked Up. Oh, I was sending you voice memos.
Yeah.
I was driving home and I had to get gas and I was and I think probably 2 hours still away from. I was like 2 hours away from Dallas, and 2 hours or 3 hours from OKC. I was in that weird gap, and it was just smack in the middle of it, and I had to get gas. And there was nothing around for like, I mean, an hour either direction. And there was one gas station, and there was like this skinny guy with like glasses and like greasy long hair. And he was the nicest dude ever. But it was 1 a.m. on a fucking Sunday, and he's working at this fucking Quick Star.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, this is your life.
Yeah.
Like, where do you fucking, first of all, where do you live?
Yeah.
That you're in between both of these cities and you're close enough that it's worth the drive. Then you're just here all night. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, what is the plan? Because I know you got to do what you got to do to make ends meet or whatever. But it's also like you're in the middle of nowhere working at a gas station, like overnights at a gas station. Just like go to a city or like near a city.
You know what makes me sad about that is that I know everybody has dreams.
Yeah, dude, that guy's like thinking about like
everyone has dreams, whether they've let go of them or whether they're still chasing them. The overnight attendant in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma or Texas, wherever, that guy has a dream.
Yeah, dude, he wants to be like a streamer or something.
Dude, that's so crazy. I was literally about to be like, that guy wants to be a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, he wants to be a Twitch streamer, and the only thing the thing that's preventing him right now is he doesn't have the setup, but he can't afford the setup because it's expensive. If you want to stream high, if you want high quality stream, you want to have high quality computer. So then he's trapped in the cycle of, if I just get another $2,000, I can buy my computer. And then he's getting close. He's got $1,200. Then he gets a flat tire, and there goes $200.
Yeah.
And now it's $1,000. Now he's however much away, and he's about to get it, and then oh fuck, he's got to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
And he he needs medicine.
His greasy hair is actually a side effect of a rare blood disease that he now has. Yeah, nipple disease.
He's got a weird nipple disease. He's growing a fourth nipple. He already had a third. Everybody
had a third, and everybody was fine. 3 nipple Terry. He works the overnights at the Quick Star, and that's fine.
And he feeds the pigs with the third nipple.
He feeds the pigs with the third nipple. It's actually a pretty useful disorder to have in the middle of Oklahoma. You have to feed livestock. Anything that has, you can milk anything with nipples, according to Meet the Fockers. So. If you
Faulkner,
William
Faulkner.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
So anyway, so that guy, I gave him a sticker.
Did you really?
I did.
You were like, hey,
I went.
I have a podcast.
I had a sticker in my pocket, and I was like, "What's up?" I was talking to him because I was getting a gallon of water as well, and he was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was like, "I'm doing all right. How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm fucking tired, man." And he went, "Same here." And then I was like, I just realized this whole segment would be really fucked up if he listened and we're like shit talking his life. Whatever.
Holy shit, that's so funny. Can you imagine being
I'll help you pay for your computer if you're listening to this.
You imagine being that guy and being like, you know what? I'll check. This is a night. That guy was really nice to me. He was like one of the only people I saw all night that wasn't like a trucker or somebody causing problems. That guy was really nice to me. I liked his sticker. And then he listens to the podcast, and you just bring up, you're like, this guy's life made me so sad. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, guess what, buddy? That was a free fucking sticker. So how about that? How about you don't fucking complain?
Holy shit, dude!
But it was nice.
You did that.
I was like, I had one, and then I was like, yeah, I was. He asked me what I did, and normally I just go, I'm just passing through whatever. And I went, dude, I just did a fucking weekend of comedy. I was feeling myself a little. I just did like a weekend of comedy. And he goes, oh, you do a comic? And he goes, where can I find you? And I'm like, I actually have a sticker right here.
He definitely listened to this.
Yeah, he's in the middle. He'd probably listen. What if he listens to all the episodes in reverse? So he starts at number 1.
Starts at 1.
And then he gets to like whatever we're at.
He becomes a fan. He starts commenting. He's like, and then he gets to this episode.
He's a $150 tier member of the Patreon. And then he pays $150 a month. And then he gets to here and he goes, I thought what we had was special.
Yeah. He goes, man, he must hand the stickers out to everybody. He did that to me.
Special.
Yeah.
I wonder if he thought I was flirting with him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, fuck. I wonder if I should have made a move.
I wonder if that actually happens. Like if truckers are actually like that. You know what I mean?
Trying to fuck.
Just trying to fuck when they're on the road.
Yeah, dude, they're dudes.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody's trying to fuck. Everybody's trying to fuck all the time. You want to know what's crazy? After going into that hotel with the shit in the toilet and the fucking wet towels and the cigarette smoke and the heater not working, I still jacked off in that room twice.
That's yeah.
The toilet
of
paper roll
course.
wasn't even new. It was half used. There was half used toilet paper, and I grabbed that and I put it on my penis and I jacked off.
That's so. That is how horny, especially being on the road. There's something about getting to a new hotel.
Yeah, and I go, I'm gonna
Not
come
a
in
new-
here
or
immediately.
Sorry, motel. And
I'm at the
you-
hotel.
motel. You were
Econ
not.
Live.
You wish you were at the Holiday Inn.
Oh,
brother.
dude, there was a Holiday Inn right across the street, and it was taunting me.
Yeah, that's
I could
finer
see
living over
I
there.
could see my breath at one point
In your
in the
room?
middle of the night. I had like 4 blankets on though, so it was fine.
That's no, dude. That's
I
crazy.
slept good though. Cold. I'm a big cold sleeper, especially after I jack off.
Yeah,
I JO'd and I went, I'm fucking passing the fuck
man.
out, dude.
I'm JO'd in the cold.
JO'd.
Your hand is steaming because it's warm.
I jacked off onto somebody else's shit.
Dude,
I didn't even. I mean,
awful.
I mean, the
That's
fact
awful.
that I walked into a hotel room and there was human poop that wasn't mine in a toilet.
And then you let the owner or manager know, and he went, "Prove it."
Prove it. Prove it. Do you have proof? I have a photo of me shitting in the toilet. Yeah. There's a shit. Here's what it. Maybe he wanted a photo, which is funny because I did take a photo and send it to Ariel.
Really? That's so good, dude.
I went. This is.
Life on the road.
I literally said, "This is fucking
so
insane." Look
this-
at what this guy. Did you know you can? Oh, sorry. Did you know you can do a thing on your iPhone where it blurs out a thing, so they have to like swipe to to see. I sent her it like that. I
So
said,
she had to swipe to
I
see the
said, I
shit
said, I
on the
said, this is
toilet?
unbelievable. Look at this, and I blurred it out. So the worst lottery ticket she's ever played.
She's like, great.
Wow.
Shit.
She was like, is that just like a little small streak of shit in a toilet? And I went, yeah, but it's not mine.
It shouldn't be there.
I peed on it to try to get it to go away.
This is a really good I feel like if you're at this point in the podcast and you've been listening for a little over an hour, and we're about to wrap up because you guys are ready for us too. And this is a really good. I'm glad we brought this point back. This is why you have to share this podcast with people because we cannot like. I will spend more money to not stay at an Econo Lodge, but Josh is still learning his lessons. Don't make us stay at Econo Lodges.
No.
Don't make us stay with whores and drug dealers, even though those people are very fun. It's also, we deserve better. So if you share this with people,
Yes.
slowly but surely, we will not have to do that.
Our numbers are going up, up, up.
Are
Ladies and
they?
gentlemen.
That's
Yeah, other
good.
than the last video I think got shadow banned because I think we said a couple too many agates.
We did?
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that at all. I don't
I don't think it was you.
Yeah.
I think it was
Doesn't sound like me.
might have been me and Dean.
Yeah.
Dean Stanfield, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, check him out at Dean Stanfield. Check out my Instagram, Josh Francis Comedy. I'm at Dallas, Fort Worth on March 7th at the Red Room, so get tickets to that. And I guess I don't make any money from doing this if you go, but I will also be at.
No, you still want people to come see
I still
you?
want people to come and see me in
Madison?
Madison this weekend. I'm at Comedy on State all weekend, so go check out those. Get tickets for Che Dorena. That's something I'm opening for Che.
1 week and 1 day from when you're seeing this, February 28th, I will be in St. Pete at Coastal Creative.
CoastalCreative.com/
No, that's not right. Just go to the link in my bio.
No,
on
go
my
to
Instagram.
CoastalCreative.com and see what happens.
I mean, maybe.
I'm probably it might happen.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys so
Bye,
much.
guys.
Bye bye.
My fucking throat's killing me.